Many people have been plagued by graphics problems across Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2, and DMZ, whether that's poor quality graphics, blurriness, lag, stuttering, or low frames per second. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the best settings to ensure you get the best visual experience in Call of Duty without compromising too much quality. First up, we have on-demand texture streaming. If you have any of the problems I just listed, switch this off. Then, as usual, I do recommend turning off the world motion blur and weapon motion blur, but if you are getting a very specific issue where you stutter and lag when jumping off the plane, I actually suggest to turn on weapon motion blur. And for some people, it seems to instantly solve these specific issues. No one really knows why, but try it out. Then for film grain, turn this all the way down, depth of field switch off. Now, fidelityfx CAS does actually reduce your frames by just a few, but can clear up quite a lot of blurriness. So it's very much a trade-off with what kind of issues you're having. I'd recommend switching this off and then seeing what the graphics are like. And if there isn't a massive improvement or your visuals get very blurry, try switching it on, but start with the strength way lower and then work your way up to where it's best. 120Hz refresh rate, of course, switch that on. This ensures that we can have up to 120 frames per second. Now for field of view, if you are having issues with low frames, this is somewhere where you can improve that almost instantly. So Call of Duty devs in the past have described the FOV slider as an FPS slider because they are that interlinked. So mine's currently on 120, but if I was having frame issues, I'd push it right down. But of course, you don't want it to go so low that you can't see what's going on around you. So the lowest I would go is around 95 to 100. But this should gain you, depending on your console and PC, between 5 and 30 FPS, maybe even more. Then for ADS field of view, put it on affected, and weapon field of view, put it on wide. For the camera movements, we want these on least, and then brightness shouldn't affect performance too much at all, but I do recommend running 70 for the best experience across all Warzone maps. And again, with safe area, it shouldn't affect your graphics performance, but I do recommend tucking it in and making it as narrow as possible. This just ensures that things on your HUD, like your minimap, are slightly closer to the center of the screen, so you don't have to do as much tracking. Then we want to move over to interface and go on color customization. Put your color filter on filter 2 and turn your intensity all the way up to 100. This won't reduce performance, but will ensure you have a better visual experience. So this one's kind of the best of both worlds. And now that your game is looking better, why not see which great new free skins you can get to illuminate your screen on Warzone 2 this season?